You're about to watch a photo story about two people facing their fears and overcoming those fears on the trip of a lifetime. Enjoy. Neither one of us had been aboard a ship for more than a couple hours. Neither one of us had been exposed to sub-zero temperatures for more than a day. Yet we were going to be on a ship surrounded by sub-zero temperatures and floating ice for 14 days straight. There was a lot of anxiety and fear as we boarded that ship. Our last glimpse of the South American continent included saying goodbye to the world's southernmost city, Ushuaia. We were a little nervous as we watched the city lights fade off on the horizon. We were setting out on our own adventure, not sure what we were going to find. We didn't get much sleep that first night, listening to the waves slap against the hull of the ship and the creaking and groaning of the steel as it moved through the waters. But eventually, we would sleep in our little cabin, and eventually we'd grow to love this wonderful ship. The open bridge meant that we were invited to spend time with the captain and his crew as they sailed the ship through the iceberg-filled waters. I spent a great deal of time in the bridge with the captain and crew, and it calmed my fears, and I actually began to enjoy life aboard a ship. On the nose of the ship is a small caged-in area that they call the crow's nest. There's a picture of me standing with my red jacket in the crow's nest. This is a place I would spend a great deal of time the next 14 days, surprising myself by hanging over the nose of the boat and watching the penguins or the dolphins swimming along with our ship's hull. If you would have told me I was going to be on a ship that hit an iceberg in Antarctica, I probably would have never come on this voyage. But in fact we did hit an iceberg. You can see the ice on the walking area behind Amy there, as well as the damage to the crow's nest. This is a photo of the seas we sailed home through at 1.45-foot seas, which according to the captain was mild for the Drake Passage. Most of the guests had seasickness or were fearful of falling down, being thrown around through these seas. Those who didn't have seasickness or fear were in the top of the ship with the captain taking pictures of the day's sailing. On the final day of our voyage together, the captain and crew toasted to a successful trip, and we gave them a standing ovation for their efforts. Any trip to Antarctica, regardless of the duration, can teach you endless volumes of things about this earth we live on. Perhaps the biggest lesson that we learned was to never let our fears stand in the way of us enjoying anything together.